Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Modesty33, aka Crystal with a C, back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on, welcome. I try to put out 1 to 2 videos a week. I do sit downs, reviews, reactions, vlogs. So if any of that interests you, make sure you check out the prior videos on my channel. And if you see anything you like before you leave, make sure you subscribe. So today, you guys, I'm actually going to be doing another review video on another one of my bags that has hit the 1-year mark. So we are talking about none other than the FENDI Mini Mon Tressor bucket bag. So what we're going to be doing today, you guys, I'm just going to be giving you the details of this cute little bag right here. We're also going to be talking about a little bit of background as far as why I purchased it and the process of purchasing it. We'll look at some wear and tear, and then also my final thoughts about this bag and, you know, kind of like some recommendations that I might have. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. So I'm going to be talking about the details of this particular bag. Unfortunately, my particular bag that I purchased is no longer on the website. So we're just going to be talking about in general, just some of the details as far as measurements of this bag from the FENDI website. So definitely would encourage you guys to look on the website for yourself as far as pricing and as far as details for the bags that they do have available. And if you have a boutique close to you, make sure you go in and inquire about this bag if you're interested. So let's go ahead and get into the details. But as far as my particular bag, it is in the color Camilla, is what they told me. So it is kind of like a cream beige-ish color. Probably the lighting might be washing it out a little bit, but it looks pretty accurate from what I'm seeing. And then the FFs on here, they are hand painted. So each of these FFs on the bag are hand painted on, from what I was told anyway, but they all look different. So I do believe that they were hand painted on. You can kind of see some brush strokes on some of them as well, which is a really cool detail, I feel, of this bag. And it is in the calfskin leather. It does have gold hardware detailing on it. As you can see, it does have this little drawstring closure being a bucket bag. I just have this bandeau on here, which is a Louis Vuitton bandeau that I keep on here that semi-matches to me the bag. So I just keep it on the handle here. And it does have a top handle as well as a crossbody strap that is inside the bag. It does have like a microfiber interior. So I just have like the authenticity card in the bottom here, but it's pretty simple, like little mini bucket bag. My mother calls it like a little Easter basket, but I love it nonetheless. So yeah, we just kind of talked about that. As far as the measurements are concerned, let me get down to that. Again, if I'm looking down, I'm looking at, you know, my notes because I don't memorize everything. So as far as the length of this particular bag, it is 4.72 inches long. I believe that's from here to here. Also, as far as the height, it's a little bit taller, so it's 7.08 inches high. So yeah, from here to here. And then the depth, which is kind of, you're looking at the side here, is 3.9 inches. You guys, again, look at this little detailing, like the F's all line up at the seam, which is really cool. So I know with other brands, you know, that's not the case depending on how the bags are made, but this one I just feel like has some very beautiful detailing. You have the little F here for FENDI on this little bar here that goes through that carries the strap. So yeah, that's just really cool. Again, this bag is the Mini Mon Tressor. Tressor in French means treasure. And I know that the sales associate that I went through, he also told me that as well. So just really cute little bag. I believe this bag, when I looked online, was launched in 2018, so fairly recent, within the past 3 years. And they did tell me that as well, that it was a newer bag to FENDI. My specific bag, like I mentioned before, it's no longer on the website. They do have a variety of other ones. As far as, you know, again, my bag is concerned, it does not have feet at the bottom. So again, it just has this plain leather piece here at the bottom. And you can kind of see the detailing here, front and back. And yeah, the side, which also, this other side also lines up, which is just super cool. And it also has like the little F here as well, through the bar that holds the crossbody strap. So, yeah. As far as like the detailing of this particular bag and why I wanted it, this was another bag, which is so funny. This is a bag that I saw probably back in that 2018, 2019 range when people were unboxing this and they were talking about this. I did not like the bag. I didn't see what was so great about it. And to be fair, I think some of that was the combinations that I saw that people owned with this particular bag that did not have me on board with it. And then I just thought it was super small, that it wouldn't really fit a whole lot. So I really wasn't on board with it when I first saw it. However, I don't know what changed. It was probably right before I ended up purchasing my Fendi Peekaboo Extra Light. I saw people talking about this bag, which again, I know that it had been out for a while at that point. I did purchase my Fendi Peekaboo last June. So probably before that time, I've seen videos about people talking about this particular bag. And I just started becoming more intrigued. When I went to the store, I do have a few vlogs about that. I was actually looking at the black one that was all black, just to be a little bit more understated. But then one of the times I went into the store, I saw this one, which was a newer style, and it wasn't even on the website at that point in time. And I just fell in love. I just thought it was so cute. It was so beautiful. And so I went into the store like 2 other times to look at this bag. And then finally, August of last year, I believe it was August, pretty much after, or probably around the same time that I purchased my Chanel combat boots, I also went into the store and finally picked this little cutie up from the boutique. And yeah, I was just super in love, like super in love with this particular bag. So I just want to make sure I'm looking down that I've covered everything. Yeah, as far as background's concerned. Now let's go ahead and get into wear and tear, and I can show you a little bit more details about the bag. But just to pretty much simplify it, you guys, or, you know, just to, you know, spoiler alert, I don't really feel like there's much wear and tear on this bag. Just to give you context, because I like to give context to how much I actually wear a particular bag within a year's time frame. Probably out of a year's time frame, I've probably used this bag I would say 30 to 50 times. That's just an estimate. I don't really know exactly how much I've used it, but it's definitely not one of those bags that are in regular rotation, especially as I've acquired some other bags. But for me, this was never going to be a daily bag just because of the style of it. It is open style, so I would only feel comfortable wearing this bag to certain destinations and locations. I wouldn't wear this everywhere because it is an open bucket bag. Now it is a smaller bag, so it does, you know, keep close to the body. I will be inserting some mod shots of me wearing it with what I'm, you know, have on today, in case you're curious. But still, even with that, it never was my intention to wear this bag every single day. So I still feel like it's gotten a good amount of use for me in the past year. And it is a lighter color bag, so I would only wear it with certain outfits. And I do actually have a lot of outfits in my collection that does complement this particular bag. So very pleased about that. And I was looking for, when I purchased it, I was looking for a lighter color bag because I don't really have any lighter colored bags in my collection. So this one did fit the bill for that. Again, like I said, as far as wear and tear is concerned, I don't notice anything, just because, again, I haven't really put this bag through a lot of rigorous conditions to have a lot of wear. I still feel like everything looks very good. I will probably insert maybe a few pictures, but no noticeable wear on the strap, on either of the straps really, or on the exterior of the bag. I don't use an organizer in this bag, so really for me, I think most of the wear would really be on the interior, just because, again, I don't use an organizer or anything with this particular bag. Maybe on the strap too, because this is the part that you do hold a lot. Usually I will use this back top handle or in like the crook of my arm. I do use it crossbody as well, you know, if need be, but I just think it's a very cute little dainty bag to have top handle. If I take this strap out, it is a very thin, long strap, but it is cute with this particular bag. It does have some adjustments on this crossbody strap, so that's something that you can look at. The good thing about Fendi bags as well is they do give you options as far as strap options are concerned. So both of these straps are detachable if you wanted to attach any supplemental straps to this particular bucket bag. On the interior here, I don't think it does have like the little Fendi sticker here. And then there's also one in the bottom. And again, like I said, that's like the authenticity card in the bottom. I don't notice really anywhere on the interior. I don't ever like put any liquids or anything that goes into this bag is usually going to be inside of like another little pouch. So I don't really have a lot of loose items inside of here. So that's another thing to keep in mind as well. So yeah, overall, I don't really feel like there's much wear after a year, but again, keeping in mind that it's not a daily bag for me and it doesn't have a lot of rigorous use. All the glazing looks really good still. That's, you know, across here. I don't really cinch it in to use it that way. So it is, you know, for all intents and purposes, it is like an open bucket tote. So, or a bucket bag, not a tote, but it is, you know, again, like an open compartment. So no issues there. And then as far as like my overall thoughts about this particular handbag and, you know, what I recommended, you know, all that jazz. So again, I'm just looking down on my notes because I did have quite a few points on this subject. To me, this is like a great bag if you want to be minimal. It is a lightweight bag. No, again, real weight to it. It is a smaller bag. To me, it does fit quite a bit to be a smaller bag. I know when I originally purchased this bag, there was like a couple in the boutique, and I know that the girl, she did comment, she saw this bag. I think she wasn't talking about my particular bag, but she was just looking at the bag in general that was displayed, and she was like, oh, that bag looks like it can't fit anything. On the contrary, I feel like it fits quite a bit. So it is a small bag, but because it is a bucket style bag, it does to me fit quite a bit. It does fit my iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it does not even peek out of the top. So it is, again, tall enough to fit, you know, your biggest iPhone if you're, you know, into iPhone. I don't know about Samsung or any of those other devices that might be bigger in dimension wise as far as the iPhone is concerned. But yeah, it does fit the biggest size iPhone, and it does not peek out of the top. So that's something to think about. But you know, one of the, I guess, downsides of this bag is if you do stuff it, it can be difficult to retrieve some of your items on the interior. So, you know, you have to be mindful if you do want to use pouches inside of here to use kind of like, again, some of those smaller pouches. I would say something even smaller than like the mini pochette. I've used a mini pochette inside of this before, but to me it's a little bit too big. So I have other little pouches such as like my Chanel O-zip coin purse I would use inside of this bag because I can fit quite a bit of items on inside, and then when I put it in here, it doesn't take up all of the room, but it does protect the items that I don't want loose in my handbag. So kind of, you know, something this size or comparable to it, I would say. So yeah, and that will, you know, again, protect the interior of your bag. But yeah, when you do have it stuffed, it is difficult to retrieve some of your items. So you do have to kind of work with it. You have to look down if you do stuff the bag. So that's something to also keep in mind with this bag. And that would be like a negative, I would say. But I feel like the aesthetic of it is just very nice. It is a very cute, very dainty bag, and that's what I really love about it. It doesn't protrude too much if you wear it crossbody, so that's another thing. Even though the shape is, you know, it is a bucket bag, it does have a shape that protrudes. It doesn't protrude too much from your body if you do wear it crossbody. So I think that's a really cool aspect of this bag as well. It does have a lot of variety with this bag. It do have a lot of options if you look on the website or even go to the boutique. And sometimes you'll find things in the boutique that are not online. So there are a lot of different options for this particular bag. So I would say that's another plus for it. Again, it's very unique. I've never seen anyone else who has this bag here, even though I know other people, you know, have the bag, of course, but I haven't seen anyone carry this bag here, and especially like not this particular bag. Again, this one's not even on the website anymore. It was for a short period of time, but yeah, no longer on the website, so I've never seen anyone else with this same bag. So very unique in that, and again, it is handmade, so I think that's very unique about it as well, that all the FFs are hand painted on. So even if you do find another person who has the same bag, it's not going to be exactly the same, because you know the person, you know, is again, since it's hand painted, all the FFs, even on this bag, are gonna have a bit of difference and variation. So it will be the same way with another person who may have the exact same bag. Their bag is still gonna look a little bit different from yours. So that's what I like about it as well. And again, it does come in a lot of different fabrics, textures, all of that. I would recommend it, again, as a unique little cute bag for going out. To me, it's like a more dressy type of bucket bag, especially, you know, again, if you wear a top handle like this or a crook of the arm. So again, I do have a few mod shots with it, but overall, I would highly recommend it. I think these have gone up since I purchased this one. So you do have to be mindful of that, and you know what you would use this particular bag for. But I think these do still have a pretty good resale value, because you know they are in that kind of that mini bag niche. So you know, mini bags are still very popular. So I think this one, even though not as popular as it was a few years back, I think it still is pretty popular. I think you would still get a pretty good amount of money back for this if you're concerned about resale value, but of course research that for yourself. But that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this 1 year review of the FENDI Mini Mon Tressor. If you have any questions, make sure you do comment below. I'm happy to address or answer anything that I didn't mention or talk about in the video. Also, make sure you do give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I really appreciate that. It helps my channel. It helps it to become more visible to more people. Also, make sure you share this video as well. That also increases visibility on my channel. So if there's someone who's interested in this bag, even though it's not necessarily in trend or whatever, make sure you do share it and you know, this 1 year review. And so they get, you know, more information to go from if they're interested in purchasing this bag, whether brand new or pre-loved. I still think it's a really cute little awesome bag. And you know, before you leave, again, you guys, make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. That really helps my channel out a lot. It's free of charge. I only do 1 to 2 videos a week, so I promise I won't clog up your timeline. If they call it timeline on YouTube, or I don't know what they call it on YouTube, but it won't clog up your searches or any, you know, of your videos that come up on your daily feed, I guess. So definitely subscribe to the channel. You do that by hitting the red button below and hitting the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. Again, you guys, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.